Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Energy Stadium here in Houston, Texas, where we will be broadcasting you Pantheon Bowl XIV, the championship game between the Birmingham Americans, who have collected a 12-4 record, and the San Antonio Gunslingers, who are 13-3 and representing the Western Conference. First, we'll take a look at how the respective teams got here. Over in the Eastern Conference, the Birmingham Americans won the Central Division and therefore also had the Eastern Conference's best record, so they received a bye, and they took on the winner from the first round between Tampa Bay and Toronto. They defeated Tampa Bay 28-14 in the divisional playoff, and in the Eastern Conference Championship game, defeated Washington 31-24, despite trailing 17-10 at halftime. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers threw for 3 third-quarter touchdowns, would go on to throw for 284 yards in that game, and lead the Americans to a 31-24 victory. Over in the Western Conference, San Antonio had the best record in the Western Conference. They won the Midwest Division, so they got a first-round bye. They took on the winner between the Denver-Arizona contest in the wild card round. They defeated Arizona 25-14, and then in the Western Conference Championship, demolished Los Angeles 40-24. They were led by quarterback Matthew Stafford, leading 20-7 at halftime. They would go on to demolish the Los Angeles Express. Stafford would throw for 228 yards and 2 touchdowns in that contest. So the big storyline going into the game this week is San Antonio's vaunted defense, led by the amazing defensive end and defensive player of the year, J.J. Watt, with his 30 WFL 30 record sacks this year, and versus Birmingham's offense, which has done very well, a very high-scoring offense coming into this championship game. This is also a rematch. These two teams faced each other 2 years ago in Pantheon Bowl XII back in 2013. Birmingham defeated San Antonio 16-10. Of course, that game took place at Wembley Stadium over in London, England. Pantheon Bowl appearances, Birmingham is making their second. They are 1-0 in Pantheon Bowls. San Antonio is making their third Pantheon Bowl appearance. They are 1-1. They won their first and only league title way back in 2001 with a 27-6 defeat over Memphis. So we'll go ahead, and both teams are now getting ready to get out on the field. Birmingham, as you can see, has an interesting line coming into this game. They have a huge advantage by the odds makers, probably one of the biggest ones we've seen coming into a contest. We'll see if that holds up during the course of the game. And of course, the coin toss, Birmingham has won the toss, and they have elected to receive. All right, it's a cold day outside, but it is warm inside Energy Stadium, and there are the starting lineups for the Gunslingers, as you can see. And we'll be talking about those players as we move along. On offense for San Antonio, they have several all-stars represented. Their running back, Le'Veon Bell, who had a very good year, led the team with over 1,000 yards rushing with 1124. T.Y. Hilton, 73 receptions. He's also going to be going to an all-star game later. And it's on the defense. They have 5 all-stars represented there. Of course, J.J. Watt, 30 sacks again this year. Aaron Donald, Jonathan Hankins, and then, of course, Richard Sherman. Sherman led the team with 4 interceptions. Then you look over here at Birmingham. Birmingham also has several all-stars represented. Of course, Aaron Rodgers, player of the year on offense. And then, of course, the league leading rusher, LaShawn McCoy, he had 1,618 yards. Birmingham had the #1 ranked offense in the league this year. They had just over 396 yards in total offense. And then on defense, of course, they're going to be without Gerald McCoy. He's been injured throughout the playoffs. He is going to be missed during this contest. But of course, they still have outstanding Robert Quinn, who had 7 sacks this season, and DeAndre Levy, who recorded 104 tackles this season. All right, we are all set to kick off, so Pantheon Bowl 14 is now underway. And the return by Harvin for 29 yards. It'll set the Americans at their 31-yard line, 1st and 10, as we just begin the Pantheon Bowl championship game. McCoy gets the handoff straight ahead, up to the 35-yard line. He's tripped up by Donald at around the 36, 5-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 5. Again, McCoy was the leading rusher this year in the WFL. Great pickup by the Americans during the free agency and has helped lead the way in helping that #1 offense this season. On 2nd and 5, Rodgers back to pass. Overcomes the rush, screen out to Matthews, and Matthews is tackled by Okafor. Only a 1-yard gain, and it will bring up 3rd down. Rodgers in the pistol back to pass, and it is knocked down by defensive end J.J. Watt. The defensive player of the year, J.J. Watt, knocks it down and brings up 4th and 4. And after the first possession of the game, the Americans are forced to punt. This will bring out Brian Anger. He led the league with a 47.9 punting average. He will be punting to Harris, who will be back to receive. Anger's kick is high. Harris back, tries to return it. He's brought down. Only a short return. Huge kick by Anger, and the punt pins the Gunslingers inside their own 20 at about the 13. Matthew Stafford will now bring out his offensive line and players, and they will go to work from their own 13-yard line. Just beginning the Pantheon Bowl, no score, 13-17 to go in the first quarter. Stafford back to pass on his first play, screen out to Bell. It's a high throw over Bell's fingers, and it's incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10. Stafford back on 2nd and 10, back to pass, throws it to Bell again, and again another miscommunication as it's another incompletion, and it will bring up 3rd down for San Antonio. Four wideouts for San Antonio on this play. Stafford back to pass. Back shoulder throw to Washington, and it's right through his hands. Brings up 4th down. So both teams in their opening possession will go 3 and out. San Antonio brings out the punting unit. Dustin Colquitt will be punting. Roberts will be the return man for the Americans. Colquitt standing right at his own goal line. Gets it off and just in time. Roberts catches it at his own 44. He swarmed under, and I don't believe he got anything on the return. Birmingham will set up shop at its own 44. 12:44 to go, first quarter. No score between San Antonio and Birmingham in Pantheon Bowl XIV. Birmingham's second series. Aaron Rodgers under center. McCoy with the handoff, left tackle. Brought down by Sherman at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5 yards for LaShawn McCoy. Rodgers from the pistol on second down. Short pass to the tight end Clay. And a great pursuit by Breland, who pushes him out of bounds at the 38. A gain of 13 yards. Birmingham is now into enemy territory, and they're looking to take advantage. Single setback now for Birmingham. Swing out pass to McCoy in the backfield. He matches the catch. Mingo brings him down at the 35, a gain of 3. From the pistol again, Rodgers back to pass. Short sideline over toward Matthews, but Sherman jumps the route, knocks it down incomplete, brings up 3rd and 7. Four wide receiver set now for Birmingham. Rodgers again in the pistol. Rodgers back to pass. Fires a bullet to Stills, who was double covered. He's finally brought down at the San Antonio 20-yard line. Gain of 15 yards. A first down. Birmingham is in the red zone, and they are the first to threaten to score here in the league championship game. McCoy on the dive play. Did not get much, maybe 3. Breland on the tackle at the 17. We're just under 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score, but Birmingham is threatening. 9:46 to go in the first quarter. No score. Birmingham on its second possession, but they are threatening to score. They're inside San Antonio's 20-yard line. Pantheon Bowl XIV. The number 1 seed from the East versus the number 1 seed from the West. 2nd and 7. I formation behind Rodgers. Handoff is to McCoy. McCoy has an opening through the line, crosses the 10, finally brought down by Freeman at the 5-yard line. First down. It will be 1st and goal, Birmingham at the San Antonio 5. They seem to be able to run through this vaunted San Antonio defense early on in the game. Single setback behind Rodgers. Sprints to the outside, throws to Miller, the tight end, touchdown Birmingham. First score in Pantheon Bowl XIV. Rodgers sold the play-action fake to LaShawn McCoy and found a wide-open Miller in the end zone. Carpenter will come on out for the point-after attempt. It is right down the middle. Birmingham Americans take a 7-0 lead at 8:23 in the first quarter in Pantheon Bowl XIV. Pantheon Bowl XIV is taking place here in Houston, Texas at Energy Stadium. It's the second league championship game to take place in Houston. Of course, the first one was back in 1982 when Tampa Bay defeated Chicago 28-6. Of course, Doug Williams, the quarterback for Tampa Bay, was the MVP during that contest. Dan Carpenter is teeing the ball up as Birmingham now has a 7-0 lead, and San Antonio looking to respond to that score. Will be a deep kick. Harris will take it just inside his goal line, will bring it out. He's to the 20, finally brought down at the 25. And that's where San Antonio will set up shop. 8:18 to go. We're not at the halfway point yet, but the Gunslingers have yet to record a yard on offense. Birmingham has recorded 62 yards in offense so far. San Antonio, nothing. On that last drive, Birmingham ran 8 plays for 56 yards, ate up 4 minutes and 21 seconds. And, of course, the scoring play was a Rodgers 5-yard pass to the tight end, Heath Miller, and a 7-0 lead for Birmingham. San Antonio looking to get going soon so they don't fall behind, something that they're not used to so far this season. Hand off to Bell. Bell behind Brown. He has a lane to the 30, finally brought down by Levy at the 35. 10 yards. It's not going to need a measurement. Cleet Blakeman and his officials signal first down, and no challenge by Birmingham, it appears, so they'll accept the fact that it is a first down. And definitely needed by San Antonio to get some yardage going there. Bell going off to the sidelines. He's going to be replaced by McKinnon on this play. And McKenna in an eye, he'll get the handoff. He'll run toward the left sideline, crosses the 40. He's pushed out of bounds by Tuck. And again, another 10-yard gain and another first down. So San Antonio gaining yards and gaining confidence. They're moving toward midfield. We're just past the halfway point of the first quarter. It's 7:24 left to go. Birmingham leads 7-0 here in Pantheon Bowl XIV. Bell back into the game. I formation again. Bell will get the handoff straight ahead. We'll have our first penalty of the game, it looks like. And it goes against San Antonio, holding against the offensive lineman Brown. The left tackle Brown, and Birmingham will accept it. Our referee for today's championship game is Cleet Blakeman. He is officiating his first ever championship game, so congratulations to him. The penalty moves the ball back to the San Antonio 35, so 1st and 20 now for San Antonio. Three wide receivers set now for San Antonio. Need to start gaining some ground and some yards. Stafford from the pistol position. Medium slant pass to Wayne. He catches it, brought down by Culliver. Gain of 9 yards out to the San Antonio 44-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 11. From the pistol again, Stafford looking over the middle, connects with Hilton at the 45, but there's another flag. And Brown gets tagged with another holding penalty, another 10-yard holding penalty by Dwayne Brown. Oof, would not want to be him on the sidelines after this series. So it nullifies a first down gain of 14 yards. It pushes them back to their 34. It's now 2nd and 21. 5:52 left to play in the first quarter. Birmingham leading 7-0. Three wide receivers set. Stafford back to pass, completely overthrows the tight end Amaro, who was covered by Pryor. And this will bring up 3rd and 21. San Antonio finding themselves in a hole here early in the championship game. Stafford will switch to the shotgun. 4 wide receivers set this time. Needs to pick up some yards here. Back to pass. Long pass to Wayne, but he is hit by Moore. Could not hang on to the ball. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down and the punting unit. So 2 series and 2 punts for San Antonio. And Birmingham's going to get the ball back here in relatively good field position, it looks like. Good punt by Colquitt. Roberts from his own 18. He's got blocking. Finally brought down at the Birmingham 35. So Birmingham gets the ball. They lead 7-0. 5:29 to go, first quarter, in the WFL's Pantheon Bowl XIV contest. Triple tight end formation this time. McCoy's the lone setback. He gets the handoff. He tries to maneuver right, but Mingo is right there at the line. No gain. Brings up 2nd and 10. And Bernard is now the running back in the I formation. Why McCoy gets a breather. Bernard straight up the middle. He has room to run past the 40. Missed tackle, 45. Midfield, brought down by Sherman at the 47. An 18-yard gain for the backup, Giovanni Bernard. First down, and Birmingham definitely has the momentum here early in this game. McCoy back into the game in the I formation. He takes the handoff straight up the middle. Across the 45, brought down by Bierman at the 43. We do have an injury. Looks like the inside linebacker, Freeman for San Antonio, is apparently winded, and he is making his way to the sidelines. And he's going to be replaced by Manti Te'o, the former Notre Dame Fighting Irishman, and draft pick from a couple of years ago. Bernard is now back in. He'll get the handoff. He'll try to swing right, but that play's not working. Mingo is there again. This time it's a 2-yard loss and brings up 3rd and 8. That right-hand side, Mingo is patrolling and not letting anything by him there. 3rd and 8. Birmingham just inside San Antonio territory. 3 minutes, 27 seconds left to go. Opening period of the game. 4 wide receivers set. Aaron Rodgers back in the pistol formation. Back to pass. Looks. Finds Matthews at the 34 in double coverage. Finally brought down by Sherman. It's a first down, gain of 11 yards. So far, Rodgers 6 for 8, 48 yards. Bernard comes back in. They go back to the pro-style formation. And Bernard up the middle gets 4 yards. He's finally tripped up by J.J. Watt at the 30. It's the first time we've called Watt's number this game. Watt, of course, 2 nights ago winning the Defensive Player of the Year award at the Gridiron Awards banquet for his outstanding regular season. 30 sacks. That is a WFL record for defensive players. They'll go 3 wide receivers set now. Rodgers will line up in the pistol formation. Oh, and we have some movement. And the receiver still's kind of moved before the hut, and they'll be penalized. So first penalty on Birmingham this evening moves them back to the San Antonio 35, so it'll be 2nd and 11. Harvin, the lone setback behind Rodgers. He gets a draw play handoff straight up the middle. He's tackled by Breland. There's a fumble. Let's see who picked it up. And the officials are saying Birmingham maintains possession. Let's see where the ball's marked. Ball's marked down at the San Antonio 15. So what ends up being almost catastrophe is a 20-yard gain. The Americans are inside the red zone once again and threatening to score and threatening to put San Antonio into a big hole here. Still 3 wide receiver set. Harvin just behind Rodgers, who is in the pistol formation. Uh-oh. Rodgers stripped of the ball. Ball's loose. But Birmingham still retains possession. Wow, 2 fumbles and 2 recoveries by Birmingham. They do lose 10 yards on the play. Let's see. They put the ball at the 25-yard line. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. And it has pretty much been all Birmingham. And they're not going to get another play off. So that'll end the first quarter. Birmingham leads 7-0. We'll come back for the second quarter of Pantheon Bowl XIV in just a moment. Welcome back to Energy Stadium here in Houston, Texas. 71,500 seats are full watching this contest, the 14th Pantheon Bowl, played between the San Antonio Gunslingers and the Birmingham Americans. We'll look at some of the first quarter stats so far, and as you can see, it's pretty much been all Birmingham on the scoreboard and in the statistical charts. Dominating as far as total yards. 107 yards to just 29 for San Antonio. 7 first downs to San Antonio's 2. And time of possession, 11 minutes 33 seconds to 3 minutes 27 seconds. So we'll go back to the field. Second quarter. McCoy will get the handoff. He's crossed the 20 to the 15. Finally brought down by Richard Sherman. Sherman having to do a lot of the tackling as runners are getting into the secondary. Gain of 12 yards makes it 3rd and 8 at the San Antonio 13. Matthews from the pistol. Matthews in trouble. He's going to have to leave the pocket. He's on his feet. He's off and running to the 10, the 5, touchdown, but there is a flag on the play. Hold on a second. This one might be coming back. Cleet Blakeman signals there was an illegal motion against Royal. So yes, this one is coming back 5 yards from the spot of the foul. It still remains 13, so wipe off that touchdown. No touchdown for Aaron Rodgers, so it'll be 3rd and 13 from the San Antonio 18-yard line. Four wide receivers set this time for Birmingham. Man in motion to the far side. Rodgers back to pass, throws to Stills at the 5, and he's tackled just short of the first down marker. It's a 12-yard gain. He needed 13. It's 4th and 1. Rodgers wants to know from the sidelines if they're going for it. And they are sending in the running backs. They're sending in the big package. They're going to go for it. They have the lead, and they are dominating on offense, so why not? McCoy, the setback behind the halfback Ertz. Did he get it? McCoy left off tackle. Teo brings him down. It is a first down, a 3-yard gain for LaShawn McCoy. He's already racked up 44 yards on 8 carries. This drive has already consumed 62 yards on 11 plays in over 7 minutes of possession on this drive alone. First and goal for Birmingham. Coming in as the favorite in this game, and they are living up to that storyline so far. Big heavy package for Birmingham as Rodgers brings them up to the line. Rodgers back to pass. The ball stripped out of his hands. And yes, Birmingham keeps possession. Birmingham has the ball. Loss of 9 yards. Wow. San Antonio is doing everything to try to get the ball back, to try to force a turnover. But Birmingham, the ball awareness, they're hanging on to the ball and recovering those fumbles. Single setback is LaShawn McCoy. Second and goal from the San Antonio 12. McCoy, counter tray move to the right. Bryant with a tackle, a 2-yard gain. They set the ball at the San Antonio 10-yard line. Brings up third and goal. Obvious passing situation here for Birmingham. 4 wide receivers. Rodgers is in the pistol formation. Man in motion to the near side. Rodgers back to pass over the middle to Harvin. Catches it, but there's a flag on the play. Holding on the offensive lineman Petonio. They're going to decline the penalty. It will bring up fourth down, and Birmingham will bring out the kicking unit. Carpenter will come out to attempt what looks to be a 26-yard field goal. Apologies, 22-yard field goal. Snap is good. The kick is on its way dead center and good. So a 15-play, 61-yard drive consuming 9 minutes and 6 seconds results in a Carpenter 22-yard field goal. Birmingham 10, San Antonio nothing here at the Pantheon Bowl XIV championship game. All right, Dan Carpenter is teeing up the ball. San Antonio finds himself down by 2 scores. They need to get something going here. Harris receives the kickoff at the 2-yard line. He's got a lane, the 20, the 30, the 40, finally brought down at the 42. Great return by Harris. Good starting field position for the San Antonio Gunslingers. They need to get something happening now. 11:13 to go in the first half of the Pantheon Bowl. Two tight ends set up for San Antonio. Play action pass. Stafford throws over the middle to Graham, the tight end. Gain of 13 yards, first down. San Antonio inside Birmingham territory. First and 10. I formation. Bell swings left. He's got to move over the 40 to the 35. Brought down by Dansby at the 32. First down, gain of 13. The offensive has had plenty of time to rest, so Jason Garrett and the offensive coordinator calling out some good plays here. Tight end to the strong side right this time. First and 10 at the Birmingham 32. Bell gets the pitch out to the right. Needs some blocking. It's past the 30, crosses the 25. Levy finally spins him down at the 21. Another first down. Bell has only carried the ball 3 times, but he's gained 34 yards in just those 3 carries. We're under 10 minutes to go. 9:29 left in the first half. Birmingham leads 10-0. Bell back in the I formation. Gets the handoff. It's working, so keep going with it, I guess. Missed tackle. Bell cuts past the 15. Levy with the tackle at the 13. San Antonio, their first trip inside the red zone. They are now at the Birmingham 13. 2nd and 2. Three wide receivers set now for San Antonio. Bell, the lone setback. And Stafford saw something he didn't like. He called a timeout. So they will use their first timeout of the game. 8:07 left to go. Birmingham leading 10-0 in Pantheon Bowl XIV. 2nd and 2. Bell, the lone setback. 3 wide receivers set up. Stafford, plenty of time, throws to Amaro, but it's incomplete. He dropped the ball, and Birmingham does have an injured player. It looks like the defensive back Johnson's going to be coming out. Looked like he had his bell rung there in that collision going after the ball with Amaro. So they're bringing him back over toward the sideline, and he will get word on him shortly if he'll be returning to the play or not. It brings up 3rd and 2. San Antonio needs a score here. 8:04 left to go in the second quarter. They need a score to get into this ball game. Four wide receivers set for Stafford. He lines up in the shotgun formation. Man in motion to the near side. Back to pass. Looking. Great coverage down the field. There is a flag on the play. And Stafford was drilled by Pose. That was an obvious roughing the passer penalty. They will add 7 yards to that, so it's an automatic first down. It'll be 1st and goal. San Antonio will get the ball at the Birmingham 6-yard line. Very evident roughing the passer penalty. I mean, he just drilled right into him. All right, so we got a 2 tight end, 2 running back set up now for San Antonio for 1st and goal. Man in motion to the far side. Hand off to Bell, straight up the middle. He meets some resistance. They're expecting him. Maybe a gain of 2 yards. Justin Tuck there with the reception committee. 2nd and goal. Have a feeling they're just going to keep pounding the rock here. Man in motion to the near side. Bell once again. Once again, all those white shirts to meet him. Lissamore, who is filling in for Gerald McCoy, who's been out hurt, stops him at the 2-yard line. Brings up 3rd and goal at the Birmingham 2. 7:17 to go in the second quarter. Birmingham leads 10-0. San Antonio has been on a 7-play, 56-yard drive, just under 4 minutes, and they have probably their best scoring chance of the day. McKinnon has now come in for Bell. Pro-style format lineup. And he just scoots into the end zone. I don't think anybody touched him. Touchdown, San Antonio. All scoring plays get automatic review. And I believe what the replay official is saying was that his knee was down before he crossed the plane of the goal. Oh, goodness. So what a decision for head coach Jason Garrett. 4th and goal. Ball on the goal line. 6:40 to go. Decision. So they are leaving the offense out there. They are going to go for it. So this is when your trench warfare comes into play here. Body against body inside that line of scrimmage. Could be a good early turning point in this game. Bell is the running back. He is behind the H-back / tight end Graham. Stafford calling the signals at the line of scrimmage. San Antonio needs the score here. Bell dives. Did he get in? Touchdown San Antonio. The touchdown is good, and San Antonio with a much needed score. Stephen Kotowski comes on for the point after attempt. It's good. So a 9-play, 58-yard drive consuming 4 minutes, 38 seconds ends in a Bell 1-yard run. San Antonio is in this game now. Birmingham leads 10-7. San Antonio's got to be feeling much better about themselves now, as they have finally reached the scoreboard. They only trail by 3 points with 6:35 left to go in the first half of the league championship game. The kickoff from Gostowski. It'll be taken 3 yards deep. And Harvin. Harvin bobbled the ball and is tackled at the 11, so not a very good return for Birmingham. They're going to have very poor field position, probably their worst starting position in the game so far. McCoy from the I formation. He gets the handoff straight up the middle. Gain of 6 yards, brought down by Abdullah at the 17. Eastern Conference teams are 21-14 versus Western Conference teams in Pantheon Bowl / league championship games. In fact, the East has won the last 3 championship games in a row. Birmingham will try to make it 4 in a row. So it brings up 2nd and 4. Birmingham has the ball at their own 17. 6:22 to go before halftime. Lone setback, 2 tight end formation for Birmingham. McCoy, the lone setback. Screen pass to McCoy. He's got the first down. Tackled by Mingo at the 25-yard line. 8-yard gain. McCoy, 10 carries for 52 yards rushing, and he's already caught 2 passes for 11 yards so far in this game. He's going to take a breather on the sideline. Giovanni Bernard will come in. He lines up in the I behind Ertz. 1st and 10 from the Birmingham 25. Bernard gets the handoff. He goes right. He's trying to find a lane. He has to step out at the 25-yard line, so no gain. Surrounded by blue shirts. Bernard still in at running back. He gets the handoff again. He's got some room to run. Past the first down, past the 40. Finally brought down by Brown at the 42-yard line, a 17-yard gain. Birmingham has run the ball 109 yards so far in this game against one of the top defenses in the WFL this season. San Antonio was the 2nd-ranked defense behind Chicago in yards allowed this season. McCoy back in after a brief rest. He's in the I formation behind Ertz. He gets the call straight up the middle, looking for some room to run. He's got the first down. He's across 45 to the 50, brought down by Sherman at the 45. 13-yard gain. Birmingham is just imposing their will on the running format, just running away with this across the San Antonio defense. Harvin comes in now at the lone setback position. 3 wide receivers. Rodgers in the pistol formation. He's back to pass. Looking. Fires for Matthews. Oh, and it was batted up by Werner, who was covering him. Breland had a chance at it to intercept, but he couldn't make the pick. Wow, what a chain of events turning the game around that would have been for San Antonio if Breland could have made that interception. Brings up 2nd and 10. McCoy back in the game. 2 tight end setup. Rodgers under center. Hand off to McCoy. Counter trade left. He's got room to run. Bierman finally brings him down at the 36. A 9-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 1. Very short 3rd and 1. We are getting close to the 2-minute warning. McCoy will stay in. They'll stay in at the 2 tight end format. Rodgers is going to keep it himself. He's got the first down and more. One man to beat. Finally slides down at the 15. A 21-yard gain by quarterback Aaron Rodgers, the former University of California standout. And we've come to the 2-minute warning. Birmingham is on the move again. They lead 10-7 here in the WFL Championship game, Pantheon Bowl XIV. Birmingham is inside the red zone there, the San Antonio 15-yard line. McCoy in the I formation. He's going to get the handoff across the middle. Fighting for yardage, he's across the 10. Finally stopped by Bryan at the 7. Minute 53 to go. San Antonio has 2 timeouts left. Birmingham has their full 3 complemented. No hurry by Birmingham. McCoy gets the ball again, and the defense really stiffens there. Mingo stops him, brings up 3rd and 2, and Birmingham will call a timeout here. Rodgers will want to talk things over with head coach Sean Payton. Birmingham in the all-white uniforms, white tops, white pants, white helmet. San Antonio with the green helmets, blue jerseys, and gray pants. 3rd and 2. It'll be interesting to see what they decide to do here. I formation. McCoy still in at running back. Man in motion to the near side. McCoy's going to get the handoff, but oh man, all sorts of blue shirts are there. Mingo, favorite number, stops him for a loss of 1. And Birmingham's going to call out the field goal unit, but they're going to run down some clock, it looks like. Yes, it looks like they're going to run down some clock. And Sean Payton's motioning to Clete Blakeman that he's going to call it at the last possible second, which he does. So Birmingham stops the clock with 46 seconds left. I was curious that San Antonio's head coach Jason Garrett didn't stop it, so they could get some more time back on the clock. But be an interesting halftime talk there in the San Antonio dressing room. So Dan Carpenter will come out. He's already made one earlier from 22 yards. This one is from 26. Great snap. Kick is up. It's a low kick, but it's just across the crossbar. Birmingham is still leading 13-7. 42 seconds left to play. Kind of interesting to see what San Antonio does here with 42 seconds left. They do have the 2 timeouts. Now they will also get the ball back at the start of the second half, so probably be pretty interesting to see. Carpenter tees the ball up. He's going to be ready to kick off. Short kick. Harris from his own 8. Finally stopped at the 31. Okay, so clock now reads 34 seconds. And, San Antonio only trailing by a score. And you're going to get the ball back. So would it make sense to just take a kneel down here? And I think that's what head coach Jason Garrett is instructing Matthew Stafford. They do have that formation. I think Stafford's going to take the knee, which he does. So they're not going to run another play. And I think the thinking is, San Antonio is going to get the ball second half. They only trail by 6 points. So that's how things stand in the first half. Birmingham leads 13-7. We'll come back in just a moment for the second half of Pantheon Bowl XIV. It's halftime here at Pantheon Bowl XIV. Birmingham leads 13-7. Let's go ahead and kind of look at the halftime statistics. It's pretty much been all Birmingham so far. Now, both teams at the start of the game exchanged punts, 3 and outs, and then Birmingham kind of started getting things going. They went on that long drive, 8 plays, 56 yards. Then there's Rodgers, of course, the play action pass, found tight end Miller wide open in the end zone for a 7-0 lead. Then after San Antonio's second punt, Birmingham went on a 15-play, 61-yard drive, ate up 9 minutes, and ending in Carpenter's 22-yard field goal, which put him up 10-0. Then San Antonio finally got into the swing of things, put together a good drive, 9-play, 58 yards, 4 minutes, 38 seconds. That was a result of a Bell touchdown run. They thought they had one earlier by McKinnon, but the instant replay showed that his knee had touched down before the ball crossed the goal line. And so they only trailed 10-7. And then just before halftime, a 12-play, 81-yard drive. Carpenter's second field goal of the day, this time from 26 yards, gives Birmingham a 13-7 lead. So we'll look at some of the halftime statistics. Again, it's been dominated very much so by Birmingham. They're outgaining San Antonio in the rushing department, 22 carries for 159 yards. San Antonio's 57 yards. Passing the same way, 74 yards to 22. Now, sacks so far, Birmingham has been sacked twice. There have been fumbles. All 3 fumbles occurred on the same drive, and Birmingham recovered their own fumbles. So, if this game could be totally different had those balls been turned over to San Antonio. And there's also some near misses with possible interceptions as well. Time of possession. Look at this. Birmingham has had the ball for 21 minutes and 6 seconds compared to San Antonio's 8 minutes and 54 seconds. So something that San Antonio will have to do better in the second half is ball control and having the ball longer and being able to do something with it. So, of course, that results in the wide disparity we see in the total offense. Birmingham 214 yards to San Antonio's 79. Then, of course, the individual players, as you can see, Rodgers having a much better day so far. Not a lot of passing in this game, but he has some the good completions. He's only had 3 incompletions so far, and of course in rushing, LaShawn McCoy very much bolstering his choice or chance to be MVP of this game. 81 yards already. He's averaging 5 yards per carry. And then in the receptions department, he's also doing quite well there with two receptions there. All right, we're going to get ready to head on back to the field. San Antonio will receive the kickoff, and they only trail by 6. After all that, they only trail by 6 points. Carpenter tees it up, kicks it off. Another short kickoff. Harris gets it, brings it to the 20, the 30. Finally brought down by Culliver at the 41. A 33-yard kick return. San Antonio's in good shape there. They're at their own 41-yard line, trailing by 6 as we just begin the third quarter of Pantheon Bowl XIV. 3 wide receivers set for San Antonio. Stafford under center, Bell the lone setback. Play action pass. Stafford throws for Woods, but it's over his head. Incomplete. brings up second down. So 2nd and 10 now for San Antonio. 3 wide receivers set, Bell the lone setback. Stafford in the pistol formation. Back to pass, looking, trying to go for Hilton. McCourty tipped it, and it brings up 3rd down. Stafford's having issues this game. 2 of 10 so far in this game. 3rd and 10 for San Antonio. Everybody before this game was talking about San Antonio's defense. And it was Birmingham's defense so far today that seems to be making the plays. 4 wide receivers set for San Antonio. Stafford still in the pistol formation. He's back to pass, has time, looking, throws to Woods at the 49. McCourty shoots him out of bounds. 1st down. Much needed 1st down for San Antonio. They now have the ball just inside Birmingham territory at the 46-yard line. So 3 wide receivers set now for San Antonio. Bell the lone setback. Stafford under center. Play action pass. Stafford back to pass over the middle to the tight end Amaro. And they thought they had the 1st down, but the officials are going to mark it just shy of the marker. And head coach Jason Garrett, his guys are telling him to throw the challenge flag, and he will. So San Antonio will challenge this play. They need to keep this drive moving. So our replay officials in New York and the league office agreed with them. Amaro did cross that 1st down line marker, so they will give him the 1st down at the Birmingham 36. So San Antonio getting some good breaks here for a change in this game. McKinnon now comes into the game for running back. And the backs will split behind Stafford, who's under center. Oh, and Stafford is swarmed under, and he is sacked by Dontari Poe. Dontari Poe gets his 1st sack of the championship game. Man, that was just a swarm of white shirts as soon as the ball was snapped. Nowhere to hide for Stafford. Brings up 2nd and 18. Opening possession of the 2nd half. 3 wide receivers set. Stafford in the pistol formation this time. Back to pass over the middle to the tight end Amaro. Bird spins him down. It's a gain of 7 yards to the Birmingham 37. Another 3rd down opportunity for San Antonio. 3rd and 11. They need to get to the Birmingham 26 for the 1st down. Four wide receivers set now for San Antonio. Matthew Stafford will now go into the shotgun formation. Long count, back to pass. Stafford, and Hilton dropped the pass. A lot of drop passes for San Antonio today. And that's going to be the storyline, the post-mortem, if you will, from this game. The dropped passes on offense and defense. So there will be an attempt at a field goal here. Kostowski will give it a shot. His longest, he has kicked one from 53 yards during the season. This one will be from 55, however. The snap, the kick, it's got the distance, but it's going to veer toward the left. No good. So opening opportunity for San Antonio here in the second half. They're not able to capitalize on it, and the ball goes over to Birmingham. 12:14 to go, third quarter. Birmingham leads 13-7. Birmingham will get the ball at their own 45-yard line. So because of that missed field goal, Birmingham gets a great spot in the field position side near midfield. So single setback is McCoy behind Rodgers. Rodgers calling the signals. Play action of McCoy. Passes over to Clay, the tight end. He's brought down by Abdullah at the San Antonio 40. A 15-yard gain on that play. And Birmingham's going to go into a hurry-up offense. They want to put this game out of reach early. They don't want to let San Antonio stay in this thing. Quick count. Rodgers back to throw to Royal. Royal brought down at the 27 by Breland, a gain of 13 yards. Again, going no huddle. McCoy, the lone setback. He's going to get the handoff. And Watt drops him at the for a 1-yard loss. J.J. Watt, we have not heard a lot from him today. And that has been a surprise. The recently crowned Defensive Player of the Year has not been heard from a lot in this game. 2nd and 11 now. Still in their hurry-up formation. Rodgers, quick pass to Harvin. Oh, and he dropped it. Sherman leveled him, and Harvin wasn't able to hang on to the ball. So that stops the clock at 10:56, and San Antonio is able to substitute players in finally. It also brings up 3rd down and 11. Four wide receivers for Birmingham. At the San Antonio 28, Rodgers in the pistol formation. Rodgers back to pass, in trouble. He's going to have to leave the pocket. He's on his own. He's scrambling out. Finally brought down by Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman has been a busy man in this game today. And they're going to mark him a yard short of the 1st down. And decision time for Birmingham. And they will send the kicking unit out. Interesting. They are going to send the kicking unit out for this one. Dan Carpenter will come out for his 3rd field goal attempt of the day. This one from 36 yards. Good snap, good kick, and it is good. Birmingham will take a 16-7 lead. A 6-play, 37-yard drive. Just eats up 2 minutes and 3 seconds. 10:06 to go, third quarter. The Americans lead 16-7. Birmingham making only their 2nd Pantheon Bowl appearance. They are trying to make it 2 for 2. They won 2 years ago, back in 2013, against these same San Antonio Gunslingers, and they're looking to do it again today. Carpenter kicking it off to Harris. Another short kick. This time taken by Chung, I say. At the 9, to the 20, and finally brought down at the 30-yard line. So San Antonio, they're getting to a point now where something has to give. They need to be able to start scoring and scoring soon if they want to stay in this game, or Birmingham could run away with it. I formation. Stafford gives to Bell. Dansby on the stop. 4-yard gain for San Antonio. San Antonio now has over 105 yards in total offense. And most of that has come from the running of Bell and McKinnon. Lone setback is Bell. 2 tight ends. Stafford under center. Back to pass. Screen pass over to Bell. Finally pulled down by Dansby at the 39-yard line. He's a yard short of the first down, so it brings up 3rd and 1. And looking at third down conversions, San Antonio has only completed 1 of 6 so far today. Birmingham 3 of 9. So they bring in the big package, 2 tight ends, 2 running backs. Need to get a first down and need to keep the drive going to score. Oh, and Bell is stuffed by Lysmore at the 39. He got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. It's 4th and 1. San Antonio have to punt. My goodness, they trail by 9 points. They're not able to convert a 3rd down, and they'll be forced to punt. Colquitt is back at his own 25 to punt. Towering kick. Roberts at his own 15. Finally brought down at the Birmingham 24. 7:57 to go, 3rd quarter. Birmingham leads by 9, 16-7. They get the ball for the 2nd time here in the 2nd half. And they are clearly in control of this game. Single set formation for Birmingham. Rodgers calling the signals. Back to pass, screen out to LaShawn McCoy. McCoy stopped at the 35. It's an 11-yard gain. And we have an injury. It looks as if Aaron Donald will be going to the sideline. Not sure what happened there on the play. We'll hopefully have a report on him soon. Rodgers so far in the game, 12 of 16 for 113 yards. And I think right now for MVP of the Pantheon Bowl, it's going to come down to either him or LaShawn McCoy. Or you could make the case for Dan Carpenter, the kicker. 3 field goals in the game so far. 1st and 10. I formation. McCoy the setback in the I. McCoy gets the handoff over the middle. Gain of 5. Brought down by Hankins at the 40. And they'll stay in the I formation. McCoy gets the call again. Oh, and he's taken down by Watt, and oh goodness, McCoy is very slow to get up. The trainers are coming out there to take a look at him. Oh my goodness, I hope this is nothing serious. LaShawn McCoy, who has had such an amazing game so far, 18 carries, 85 yards in this game, 3 receptions, 22 yards. He's having to come to the sidelines. We will have some word on him soon. Giovanni Bernard, for now, will have to come in. Wow, this could be at 6:30 in the 3rd quarter. This could be a turning point in the game. So 3rd and 5. Four wide receivers, Rodgers in the pistol formation. Rodgers back to pass, looking over his near side, and he was going to throw for Stills. Stills couldn't get a hold of it. Brown had a shot at it as well. Incomplete. And another Birmingham player is injured. That's the tight end Clay. He's having to walk gingerly over to the sidelines. So war of attrition here. So players having to go to the sidelines. We still don't have word on LaShawn McCoy. Brings up 4th and 5. Birmingham will be forced to punt. Brian Anger staying at his 25. Harris back to receive the kick at his own 15. Harris has some running room. Finally brought down at the San Antonio 20. 5:43 to go, 3rd quarter. Birmingham leads 16-7, but in that last series, LaShawn McCoy was injured, hobbled off the field. We do not know if he plans to return to this game. So a developing situation for Birmingham. San Antonio gets the ball. Need to make something happen here. Bell the lone setback, 3 wide receiver format. Play action. Stafford looking long, throwing to Woods, who catches it. Johnson with the tackle. A 21-yard gain. That's the longest gain they've had so far today. They'll stay in the 3 wide receiver formation. Stafford in trouble. He's leaving the pocket, forced to scramble, finally brought down by Culliver after a gain of 4 yards. Ball will be set at the San Antonio 45-yard line. Stafford, oh my goodness, deep rush. Poe stripped the ball out. Stafford's able to get the ball back. They lose more yardage on the play, so it brings up 3rd and 10. They've only converted 1 third down so far today. 4 wide receivers now in for San Antonio. Stafford will go to a shotgun formation. Stafford connects to Hilton, and he's brought down. It looks like a gain for a 1st down, but Birmingham is challenging the play. Oh, they're saying Hilton that the ball may have hit the ground. So Birmingham, Sean Payton will challenge the play. Clete Blakeman will take a look under the hood. Oh. So the replay officials in New York deemed that the ball hit the ground, that Hilton did not catch it. Oh, what a heartbreaker for San Antonio. So it brings up 4th and 10, and it also brings up the punting units once again for San Antonio, who can't seem to get a break today. Colquitt back to punt. Towering kick. Roberts tries to return it from his own 5. Finally brought down at the Birmingham 9-yard line. So not very good situation, field situation for Birmingham. 3:21 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Birmingham offense is coming out again. It is Giovanni Bernard who will be lining up at running back. No word yet on LaShawn McCoy. Bernard gets the handoff, tries to sweep left, gains about 4 yards, finally brought down by J.J. Watt. Brings up 2nd and 6. Harvin the lone setback. Rodgers back to pass, looking for a receiver, tries to dump it over to Miller, but he's nailed by Chung, and Miller drops the ball. Rodgers also received a hit, but there is no call for roughing the passer. 3rd and 6, 2:43 to go, 3rd quarter. San Antonio could possibly get good field position if they can force Birmingham to punt in this situation. Three wide receivers. Rodgers in the pistol formation. Back to pass. Looking downfield. Throws it to Stills. Brought down by Sherman. Gain of 13 yards. 1st down Birmingham. 2:35 to go, 3rd quarter. I formation behind Rodgers. Bernard gets the handoff, and he's met by Bryant at the line. No gain. 2nd and 10. Bernard gets the carry again. This time, manages to get some yards. 5-yard gain, brought down by Brown. Brings up 3rd and 5. Four wide receivers set for Birmingham. Rodgers in the pistol. Throws over the middle to Matthews. Brought down by Werner. 12-yard gain. First down, Birmingham. 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Lone setback in the two tight end formation is Bernard. Screen pass to Bernard. Oh, he hangs on to it, and he's finally brought down. First down, gain of 11 yards. Bernard bobbled it, but was able to hang on before getting hit by a San Antonio defensive player. That brings us to the end of the third quarter. Birmingham still leads 16-7. We have 15 minutes left to play in regulation before we determine a champion for the WFL. Back in Houston for Pantheon Bowl XIV, only score last quarter was a Carpenter 36-yard field goal. And Birmingham is 15 minutes away from their second league championship. Looking at the third quarter statistics, Birmingham still dominates on statistics and on the scoreboard. The only major concern right now is the injury to running back LaShawn McCoy. And we have no word yet on his status. The only thing we receive is that he is questionable to return. So it looks like Giovanni Bernard may be the running back who will carry the ball the rest of the way for Birmingham. They lead 16-7. They won the title 2 years ago by a score 16-10 over this same team. So it should be interesting to see if this score holds up or if we have a similar score like we did 2 years ago. 1st and 10. Lone setback is Bernard. They've been running the ball a lot today. Oh, Bernard tries to go left. He's thrown down by Bierman at midfield. Loss of 4 yards. Brings up 2nd and long. Just starting the fourth quarter of Pantheon Bowl XIV. These two teams, with the realignment next season, will be Southern Division rivals. They'll play each other twice. So we definitely will see a rematch. First game of the season next year. And by the way things look now on the scoreboard, it'll look like it'll be at Legion Field in Birmingham that Thursday night of week 1. Bernard still the lone setback. He gets the handoff. Counter tray right. Gains 4. Gets those 4 yards back. Bryant brings him down and brings up 3rd and 10. Birmingham has been quite successful as of late in converting their third downs. Four wide receivers set now for Rodgers. He's in the pistol, barking out the signals. Back to pass. Oh, and he comes under a rush, and he is sacked by J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt records a sack in the Pantheon Bowl, his first one of the day. He had been in on a few plays, but he finally gets a sack. So Birmingham is forced to punt. Brian Anger will try to angle this toward the sideline and prevent a return. Harris back to return at his own 10. Good hang time. Harris gets it. Finally brought down at the San Antonio 21. All right. San Antonio trails by 9 points. 13:01 left. Can they create a come-from-behind story to win their second league title? Their first one, of course, was back in 2001 when Kurt Warner was quarterback. Can Matthew Stafford repeat that? Three wide receiver set, Bell in the back. Play action, Stafford back to pass. Throws to Woods, complete. Woods with the tackle. Gain of 11, first down. Bell with a handoff. Up the middle. Finally nailed by Levy after a 3-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 7. Stafford back in the pistol. Throws to a wide open T.Y. Hilton. Hilton has room to run. 40, 30, 20, 10. Finally brought down by Pryor. 58-yard gain. First and goal, San Antonio. The big play. They've been looking for this big play all day. Hilton was able to lose his man, and then he was able to take off for such a long gain. Birmingham is on their heels. First and goal from the Birmingham 7. Bell gets the handoff. No gain, but there is a flag. I think someone jumped. Oh, costly penalty for Birmingham. Moves the ball to the Birmingham 3. Bell with a handoff. Cross the line. And touchdown. Touchdown for San Antonio, and we have us a ball game. Bell scores his 2nd touchdown of the day. Gostowski will come on to make it a 2-point ball game. Wow. The kick is good, and we have a 2-point ball game. Birmingham leads 16-14, and a big play by T.Y. Hilton, a 58-yard pass play between Stafford and Hilton, and that has turned the ball game around. Gostowski keys up the ball. He's ready to kick off. Harvin will return it from the 5. And finally gets taken down at the 31-yard line. Plenty of time left. 10:38 to go, 4th quarter. Birmingham has a 2-point lead, 16-14. They've dominated play for most of the day, but San Antonio is now back in the game. Bernard still in at running back. McCoy is injured, not expected to return. Could have a big impact on how the rest of this game goes. Screen pass to Bernard. Complete. Chung with a stop at 38. 7-yard gain. If San Antonio is able to come from behind, this will probably be one of the most interesting comeback stories in Pantheon Bowl history. Two tight end setup for Birmingham. Rodgers back to pass, throws out to the near side to Miller. Miller steps out of bounds at the 45, first down. Rodgers on the day, 17 of 23, 163 yards so far. Harvin is the lone setback now. Rodgers, play action pass. He's going to throw long. Brought down by Royal. 28-yard gain. We're seeing footballs a-flying here in the 4th quarter. Referee will set the ball at the San Antonio 27. Great play by Rodgers, who is just a few yards shy of throwing for 200 yards so far in this game. Three tight end setup now for Birmingham. Bernard gets the handoff. He's going to try to swing it right. He gets to the 20 and finally brought down by Breland at the 17. First down. Bernard, 11 carries, 56 yards already. So he is also amassing some yards on the ground. Birmingham in the red zone again. They've had 4 trips into the red zone, and they've scored on 3 attempts. 3 for 4 today. Play action pass. Rodgers rolls right, trying to find a man, and he just throws incomplete. It was in the direction of Bernard as the safety valve there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. We're about near the halfway point of the 4th quarter. 7:38 to go. Birmingham leads 16-14. Rodgers back in the pistol formation. Back to pass. Looking topside, throws it to Royal. He's got it inside the 10. Finally brought down at the 3-yard line. Rodgers now 19 of 26, 205 yards. It's 1st and goal at the San Antonio 3. Hand off to Bernard. Touchdown Birmingham. And we have another replay reversal of a score. Bernard did not cross the goal line. So they will spot the ball at the goal line, take off the touchdown. This is the 2nd time that's happened in this game. I can't recall that ever happening twice in a Pantheon Bowl or a championship game. All right, so the ball is at the goal line. 2nd and goal. Rodgers will keep it himself. And as they untangle the bodies, did he get in? And again, overturned. He did not get it in. Unbelievable. 3rd and goal. Will the 3rd time be a charm? Wow. 3 times. 3 times, and they didn't get it in. Wow. 3 straight plays. Did not get it in. Well, he's keeping the offense out there. Coach Sean Payton is going to keep the offense out there. They're going to do it again. 4th and goal. The ball just barely outside the goal line. 6:41 to go, 4th quarter. Could be the biggest play of the game. And this time it will count. 1-yard run. Giovanni Bernard gets it in. So finally scores. They now take the lead by 8. Carpenter nails the point after. It's now 23-14. Birmingham goes up again by 9 points. Strange series of plays. 3 straight apparent touchdown runs, but they are all 3 overturned by the instant replay. Never seen that happen before. Carpenter ready to kick off. Harris deep in his own end zone. He's going to bring it out. And he's brought down at the 12. Probably not a good decision to bring that ball out. 6:29 to go in Pantheon Bowl XIV. Birmingham leads 23-14. Can San Antonio mount another comeback? Three wide receivers. Stafford back to pass. Screen over to Woods, who makes the catch, but there's a flag on the play. And the holding call will bring it back half the distance to the goal line to the San Antonio 6-yard line. Hand off to Bell. Up the middle. Gains about 3 yards. Had to make some room there. Stafford back in the pistol. 3 wide receivers. He checks down to Bell at the 8. Tripped up by Levy at the 16. A gain of 7 yards brings up 3rd and 6. Four wide receivers now for San Antonio. Stafford in trouble. He's forced to run, looking for that first down yardage marker. He slides down at the 29. Gain of 13. They keep the drive alive. 4:51. They need to hurry up. Down by 9. Throws it to Amaro. He's going to try to go long, but nobody was open, and he ends up losing a yard. Back to pass. 4 wide receiver set. Stafford looking to throw to Amaro, but it's incomplete. Underthrew him. And Cole's going to the sideline. They're going to have to take a look at him. Third and 11. And time is becoming a factor. 3:57 to go in the championship game. Stafford back to pass. Throws to Woods. He picks up 10 yards. He's short a yard. They have to go for it. 4th and 1. Could be the game right here. Bell will get the handoff. He gains 3 yards. But they need to set up again quickly and need to get down the field. Four wide receivers set. Stafford back to pass over the middle to Hilton. Flag on the play, though. Oh. So Culliver made contact after those first 5 yards, so they're going to add to the play. Ball just inside Birmingham side of the field. 2:30 to go. San Antonio needs to score quickly, then an onside kick and get the ball. So this is crunch time for the Gunslingers. Stafford back to pass over the middle to Wayne. Oh, when he dropped it. Think he heard footsteps from Moore coming from behind him. 2nd and 10, 2:24 to go in the game. The seconds are slowly ticking by for San Antonio's chances at this championship. Birmingham players in the sideline anxiously awaiting the moments. Stafford back to pass over the middle. Oh, it's deflected by Moore this time. Wayne was the intended receiver, but Moore got a fingertip on it. 3rd and 10, 2:17 to go. 4th quarter. Americans up 23-14 over the Gunslingers. Stafford back to pass, looking, fires to Wayne. He gets the 10 yards and a first down. They're going to have to hurry up before the 2-minute warning. And they do not get the play off in time. 2-minute warning. Stafford from the pistol fires over to Wayne, but the play is going to be called back. Another holding call on San Antonio. Cost them 10 yards, back to the Birmingham 49. 1:50 to go. The Birmingham Americans are ever so close to securing their second Landry Cup trophy. Stafford sets to throw, caught by Washington. Washington with room, still on his feet. He's finally brought down at the 2-yard line. Johnson with the touchdown-saving tackle. San Antonio calls a quick timeout. Need to set their players. They can get a touchdown here. Then they could set up a possible onside kick recovery. Bell with the handoff. And it is a touchdown. Bell with his third touchdown of the day. So now they trail by 3. Gostowski will come out to kick the extra point. Extra point is good. So now Birmingham leads 23-21. And they will have to certainly expect a onside kick. And running back Le'Veon Bell has just tied Pantheon Bowl record. His 3 rushing touchdowns ties him with Ricky Waters from Dallas, 1995. LaDainian Tomlinson back in Pantheon Bowl 3. And, of course, the great Emmitt Smith from Las Vegas in 1999. So he has tied them for most touchdowns rushing in a Pantheon Bowl game. So congratulations to Le'Veon Bell. Now, however, more important matters. San Antonio needs to recover an onside kick. 1:31 left to go in the game. Birmingham leads 23-21. A field goal would win it if they get the ball. Birmingham has their hands teams up there, ready to try to catch the onside kick. Gostowski lines it up, angles the ball the way he wants it. Onside kick from Gostowski, and it is recovered by Birmingham. Roberts recovers it at midfield. So Birmingham recovers the ball. 1:26 left in regulation. 2-point lead. San Antonio has 2 timeouts left. Anticipate they will use them. Birmingham's going to try to run out some clock. LaShawn McCoy is back out on the field. He's returned from the locker room, fit to play, and given the okay by the training staff. He gets the carry. No gain. He's spun down by Freeman at midfield. San Antonio immediately calls a timeout. 1:22 left to play. The give to McCoy again. He gets 3 yards, brought down by Watt. San Antonio will use their last timeout. All right, so the ball rests at the San Antonio 47. So probably look for a safe play here. A kneel down by Aaron Rodgers. And then to try to wind down the clock as much as possible to try to preserve the win. And that's what he'll do. He'll kneel it down. And then they are going to try to use up as much clock until they can call a timeout, which will be down to the 35 seconds. Sean Payton calls his first timeout of the second half. 35 seconds remain. Birmingham now faces 4th and 7 at San Antonio 47. They will be forced to punt. San Antonio will get the ball, but with no timeouts. They will have to kick a field goal. Again, the longest that Stephen Gostkowski has kicked this year was 53. He attempted one from 55 earlier today and missed it. Anger, back to punt. He's going to try to angle this one. And this one's going to roll. Harris is going to let it roll. Touchback. San Antonio ball at the 20-yard line. Now, 28 seconds remain. No timeouts remaining for San Antonio. Can they do the impossible? Can they come from behind and win the Pantheon Bowl? Five wide receivers now. Stafford with a long fly toward Hunter. Incomplete. 21 seconds left. People gathering near the sidelines now for the post-game celebration. Media and all assorted people watching the outcome of this game. Five wide receivers again. Stafford back to pass. Caught by Wayne. Gain of 19. They're going to have to hurry. And they're not going to get a play off. Final score, Birmingham 23, San Antonio 21. The Birmingham Americans are the Pantheon Bowl 14 champions. Take a real quick look at the final statistics from this game. The score line ended up a lot closer than it had started to believe, or that the line had predicted it would be. End up being very close. San Antonio actually outscored Birmingham in the fourth quarter, 14-7. Both teams gained over 300 yards. Aaron Rodgers is going to be named Most Valuable Player. He finished the day 19 of 26 for 205 yards, a touchdown, and a nice quarterback rating of 108.7. Matthew Stafford struggled early, had some success later, 15 of 29, 239 yards. In the running department, of course, LaShawn McCoy started off great. He was injured for most of the third quarter into the fourth. Came in 20 carries, 88 yards. And for San Antonio, the bright spot there, Le'Veon Bell, 14 carries, 64 yards, 3 touchdowns. That, of course, ties a Pantheon Bowl championship game record. In the receiving, again, not a lot of passing in this game. Woods for San Antonio, 4 receptions, 55 yards. And LaShawn McCoy, who, some could argue if it hadn't been for the injury, he might be game MVP, tied for the lead in receptions, 3 for 22. And, of course, in kick returns, Harris had a big day, 5 for 139. And for kicking, Dan Carpenter connected on 3 field goals. And defensively, Birmingham definitely the better team. So Birmingham celebrates their second Pantheon Bowl championship. And we leave you from Energy Stadium here in Houston, Texas. And we look forward to next year, 2016 WFL action. Goodbye.